Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NuWhoZone. NuWhoZone, Vincent, and the Doctor. I have to say, I am very sorry about. You'll probably hear a lot of cursing in the background. You'll probably hear a crowd in the background. That's because the local team actually has a match, and it's going on right now. And it seems to be a very feisty match because all I can hear is F this and F that and referee or this, that, and the other, and it's getting all people are just losing their shit. But welcome everybody. I hope you are all well. What the fuck is happening to my PlayStation? Hold on. Don't tell me it's going to go straight into the episode. No, my look at Will. Watch. Hold on. Disc for no. I bet you I have the wrong disc in or something. Right. What I'm going to do is actually, hold on, I forgot to send out emails. So what I'll do is I'll send the email to, I just want to, right, just make sure that they get the email anyway. Right, that Doctor Who disc is loading. That's good. Right, I've sent email to PD. If you're coming on, you may come on. And I'll tell you what I'll do, as it's a kind of, it's my birthday and I can celebrate it with my friends. Whoever wants to come on can come on. Unfortunately, I was going to have a drink, but unfortunately, my stomach is actually not the best today. I haven't even had anything to eat. I had something this morning. Cheryl treated me this morning. She went to the shop and got a few bits and pieces. And it hasn't, let's just say it hasn't went down well. So I've been kind of sick, but I'm determined to enjoy. This is one of my favorite stories anyway. So do I have the wrong disc in? Hold on. No, I don't. It's the last episode on the disc. Right, hold on. Right, so we rewind it back. There you go. We got the cornfield there. So we got it sorted. Grand. And it's on the DVD, so I'll have no problems. So whoever else wants to join me today, I'm going to put the link. It's probably easier if I just put the bloody link in the chat for everybody. So there's the link. I want to thank everybody, by the way, that has wished myself and Ted a happy birthday on Facebook, Messenger, Twitter. I really appreciate, and here now, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. There you go. Everybody is piling in. Let's see who else comes on. I think this is everybody's favorite story in the Matt Smith era. Well, one of their favorite stories in the Matt Smith era. I'm actually glad we're doing this one. I'm glad it was this one because I couldn't have picked. Fair enough. If we had been still doing David Tennant, we probably would have been on Midnight or something. And that's no, we wouldn't have been actually. Yeah, we would have been on Midnight or something by now. And that's a cracking story. Hold on, who scored? Hold on. Okay, the good news is the whole team has scored. By the way, they've been playing shit for years, right? And this season, they're actually second in the league now. They beat second place just here. And they're now winning now. They're only 3 points behind the leaders. It's been like quite a turnaround. New manager, couple of new players in, and that team is probably gonna go all the way and fight for that title. It'll be great for the area. There you go. It'll be great for the area because the area where I live is being hit really hard with everything like the financial crisis and now this, areas like this need something like that. So I'm glad the team is doing well. It gives the community a bit of a lift. Even if they don't win it and they end up coming second, that's still good considering that they haven't even came anywhere close in the last 4 or 5 years. So it's something for everybody in the area to kind of get behind. So they might go and score a second one now, but there you go. Right. Is anyone free to jump on for this? Charlie, you can come on as well if you want to. I've got my regular co-host with me on, and Alpha, when he's not working, usually joins us as well, and he's here. I mean, you can come on if you want it. There's no limit for anybody to come on. So if you want to come on, you're more than welcome. But let's bring on all our guests, and we will start with the one and only, because he does be here with me every Sunday, so it's only fair that I bring on the person that joins me every Sunday, and that's PD Rich.
Hey, Noel, how you doing, buddy? Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you very much. Am I too loud, by the way?
No, you're fine. I hope I'm not too loud.
Okay, right. It's just I just noticed my volume was up all the way.
Oh no, I got a volume control on my desk. I can turn you down if you get too loud.
All right. So if I'm too high for anybody else out there, let me know, will you? I've just turned it down a little bit anyway, because apparently I scare cats as well. So, yeah.
Is that the new one? Is that what the Twitterati are accusing you of doing now?
By the way, I'm going to leave Lee to last because he's very disrespectful. On my birthday, called me an old man, so I'm quite upset about that. And he sent me a picture of Jodie Whittaker as well, little gift Jodie Whittaker as well, just to rub it in. So he's coming on last, right, before he's
and he covered for me yesterday on Cockneys.
He has to be punished for that. Can't be having the images of her on my birthday. Sorry, can't be having it.
Heresy. That's heresy, yeah.
I know. You can all berate him when he comes on and give out to him for ruining my birthday. Right, let's bring on our next guest because he's super. It's the one and only Super Doctor.
Hello, Noel. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
Not bad.
That's good.
It's a wee bit warmer, but it's just it's overcast now.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's cooling down here now, but the sun is still out. But it is getting a bit cloudy now, so hopefully, the cloud goes over the sun, cool down a little bit.
Yeah, been raining here all day.
Yeah, a little bit of rain just to cool things down.
Yeah.
Right, let's bring on our next guest because we still have another 3 guests to bring on. It's the one and only, if I'm correct in saying, I can't really see right down the bottom because my computer has decided. Oh, it is. We've got royalty with us, as usual. It's the one and only Queen Charlotte.
Hello. It's Matt, and I love this episode, so I had to jump on.
Not a bother. We know you love Matt. We know. It's 12 degrees in London. Being like bloody winter, says Garbage. Well, I wish it was like that.
It is.
Trust me, man. I like the sun, but when you can't really go out and do anything, I'd rather it was a bad summer, then I wouldn't feel so bad having to stay indoors, But it's when the sun comes out, then you feel like you want to be out there. It makes it worse, doesn't it? Right. Let's bring on our next guest because we got one more after this one. It's the one and only Alpha Omega.
Hello, happy birthday, young man.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the young man as well. I wish some people on this panel would appreciate how young I am. I don't look my age. 42, I think I look quite well for 42, actually. Yeah, I do. Nah. I've probably aged in the last year, because,
We all have.
We all have, definitely.
But in saying that, I still don't look my age, so I'm happy about that. We're a young-looking family anyway. We've always been, so, I don't mind him, old man. Let's bring him on anyway. Here he is. He's a bit of a problem. It's the one and only Problem Bean.
Happy birthday, you old cock.
Right.
That's quite nice for Lee.
That's true.
Right.
All together now.
No.
Happy birthday
to you. Gonna be out
Happy
singing till
birthday
StreamYard.
to you.
Happy birthday,
Happy
dear.
birthday,
Oh,
Happy
birthday
to
you.
Right, one of you's just broke StreamYard.
I said that was gonna happen.
I think it was all of us broke StreamYard.
I'm
So
broken.
Gary's from home the other night. Everyone sings at the same time. StreamYard's go screwy.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, can't have that in time. No.
And
I must
many
build the
more.
Matrix.
It sounded like one of those messages that you would see on one of those old computers, you know, when something like the world has ended or something, there's a few humans left and then you see it pour it on with all that distortion. That's what it sounded like. That was that. Thank you anyway.
Well, disaster area says cats are running for cover, so
yeah.
What's even more impressive, we didn't plan that. We just all started doing it at the same time.
Well, I appreciate it. Seriously, I'm joking aside.
StreamYard would disagree with that.
Yeah, StreamYard. You hear it? It went on the fritz there. I was like, what the hell? But thanks. I really appreciate it. No, seriously.
Thanks for bringing us together, mate.
It's the middle of June, like, you know, middle of a fucking pandemic. Can't do fuck all for the last 2 years. But I have to say, like,
It's Noel Pride Month.
Yeah,
I wish it would be NuWhoZone Pride Month.
Yeah, I remember when it was just a week, and it was a week before my birthday, and I was actually delighted that it didn't interfere with my birthday.
Yeah.
It's the whole fucking month now. And I share my birthday with a few famous people. One in particular in England, in the UK, that you will all know, Prince William.
Wow.
I share my birthday with him. It's also the longest day of the year.
The good one, not the bad one.
I was going to say, at least you share a birthday with a sensible brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good one, not the bad one.
So yeah, it's also the longest day of the year, which means it's obviously sunshine. Obviously, it's going to be bright until about 11 o'clock, 11:30 this evening. Like, it's the longest day of the year.
Won't be here.
So you have more of me. So
and the weather's appalling as well.
Yeah.
Well, last year I think it rained for my birthday, so this year I have a little bit of sun, but again, can't do that, so I don't really give a crap.
Yeah, my sister has an infamous birthday.
No.
She shares it with an infamous person, and April 20th, 420.
Oh, yeah, it's the day before mine, and that's the bad guy from Austria.
Right.
Oh, right.
A very famous painter, but not for painting.
Yeah, I know.
Painting in blood, more like.
Famous for something else. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like kosher food much.
No.
So, yeah. By the way, I'll just remind you, Cheryl did put up a video for Ted on the channel because it's also his birthday. Because we we're not sure of his birthday when I got him because I didn't, obviously, I took him out of a place that wasn't a good environment. And we don't know his true age. The vet thinks he's 7. So he looks about 7, and anyway, if you've looked at him, I got him when he was pretty small anyway. So I've had him about 6-7 years now. So we just say 7. What you call it? He's
What was that?
Super Johnny UK.
He got loads of treats. So we decided that because we didn't know his birthday, Cheryl says, well, why don't we just have it on yours as well, and then we can celebrate.
That's a good idea.
Together. So yeah, all this morning she was like, I'll be 2 boys, happy birthday and all this. It made me feel good, I have to say. And Ted was all excited because he knew there was something, because he was getting all presents all of us. So he was like, what the hell's going on here? Like, but yeah, he's over the moon as well. He's all happy. Did you see the photograph for anybody that follows me? Did you see the?
Oh, they were adorable.
Oh yeah, they were.
Did you see the one where a force got him to the difference now? And I wanted to highlight that to show you how far he's actually come. Like, I mean, he's had, like, not just the thing that just recently happened with his leg, the spinal injury, but like the little chap has been through so much, and to get him to where he was, and then for that to happen, there was thinking that he was going to be gone, and for him to make the miraculous recovery that he did, and now look at him. Like, I mean, I just like look. I think I made it clear to everybody if that happened, that dog would be, it's going to be.
Yeah.
really.
How is he at the moment?
He's brilliant. He
Good,
got his
good.
last vet appointment. We might have to phone in a few months' time. They just want to see,
Yeah.
first to ring them to let them know how he's getting on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, Cheryl will say he has 80% in one leg and whatever in the other leg. I disagree. I think the legs are stronger than she thinks, but obviously, we look at things differently. I suppose.
We had that last night on stream.
I mean, I don't. No, because I if I had a lot of, I'm not saying she doesn't have the experience. She's had dogs herself, but I know. Look, it was a miraculous recovery, but
Just don't let him do any major jumps off of anything.
He's
Yeah.
not. That's what I mean. He's in. See,
He's a lap dog, not a jumping dog.
Unfortunately, the downside to it all is that me and Cheryl can't be really in the same room with each other as much now. Because for the simple fact is when we are, he gets too animated and he hurts himself, and he might squeal out the odd time. So his leg is still, you know what I mean? It's still pinching or whatever it is. So, we're just, look, you know me, I'm very overprotective of him. I'm just glad he's here.
Don't blame you.
Because I tell you, if he wasn't here and today, I probably wouldn't be streaming, guys. I probably need a couple of months off. I'm being honest, man. The dog means, I got him at a time where I was living on my own.
Yeah.
So when I took him out of that environment, to have someone with me in the apartment, and the first couple of months with him was horrifying. He was biting me and everything. He was just so terrified. And I managed to get him out of his shell. And now look at him today, smile on his face, and he's even had that, and he's still, and you know what? Do you know what's funny? He thinks, right? This is the danger though as well. But he thinks that he's okay, and he's starting to run like he used to run when he was fit. And we're like, no, you can't do it. We have to slow him down because he might do damage again, and then that'd probably be it. Like so. But it's cute when he runs because he tries to run in a straight line, but because of his legs, he goes from side to side.
So basically, you got a drunk dog.
Yeah, it's like as if he's drunk. It's so funny. Jared put one up of him. You should check him out. He's so funny. But here we got a couple of super chats. So before we start this watch along, we might as well read them out. We got one from Chris Persia Ermod. And he says it's a $5 Canadian super chat. He says, happy birthday, Noel and Teddy too. Here's the good health and many more great memories yet to be had. I really appreciate that. Yeah, listen, I've been kind of reflecting on everything that we've done here and stuff. And it's been a good year, despite all the other stuff that's been gone. It's been a good year on the channel, I have to say. We've done well. Everybody else that's been part of the channel is now doing their own thing and everything, and it's brilliant. So it's something to be proud of. Right, what? Hold on. What is going on? Sorry, Lee.
Trust it to be yours, Lee. That you can't
Yes, there it is.
By name.
So, problem being, and I really appreciate this because, I know it's, you don't normally do this anymore because, I don't blame you anyway. But look, thanks. I really appreciate it. So he says, "Happy birthday to Teddy and that other guy." That other guy. He's really trying to you know, get out the money, man.
Trying to wind you up, man.
It's a £10 English chat. Oh no, it's got the Queen on it. I don't want it.
Give him
Which
pound
one?
sterling then.
No, all joking aside, thank you, Lee. I really
I'll
appreciate
super dog to
that.
give him pound sterling instead.
And Chris as well, thank you. Our two moderators and two great people as well. And Lee, as you know, has always had me back as well, so I appreciate that, really do. But that other guy, you want to check yourself before you wreck yourself, mate. Right, are we ready to do this now? You might need use our handkerchiefs now, right? I said this the other day actually, when we knew we were doing this. I was saying, if this doesn't get you emotional or doesn't at least get, this story is a highly emotionally charged
Yeah, it's a good one.
story.
Yes.
If it doesn't get to you in any way, then you're dead inside. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it out straight. You know how blunt I am. You're dead inside. Really, seriously. So get the Kleenex out. Man-sized tissues. Oh shit, can't say that anymore. It's large size or something.
Oh, hi, Gothic Therapy is in the chat.
But I'm always going to say man size because there's nothing offensive about saying man size. If anybody is offended by that, check yourself into a fucking psychiatric ward. That's my advice from all you
You
little.
can't say head girl now, can you?
Yeah.
At a girls' school.
It's a girls' school, yes.
For fuck's sake. Alpha Omega though with a $10 super chat. He says, not a copy, but happy birthday. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that too. And you're not copying everybody. I really appreciate all the birthday wishes, seriously. So let's get this show on the road. So what I'll do is I'll get all you guys get your DVDs ready in the chat. And when you are ready, please press 1. And guys, when you are ready on the panel, you just let me know when you are ready, and we will get this show on the road. And as Queen Charlotte is here, we can get her to do the proper countdown now because you guys are quite frankly shabby at it's trying to. Why don't you do your own version instead of trying to copy Queen Charlotte? She has the ultimate one. Come up with her own one. Simple.
Oh, I just done the Thunderbird one. Just
say.
it was just
5,
different.
4, 3. No, money messing. That's not the case, by the way.
I can put the voice changer on if you want.
Hello, doggy.
Doctor Who is go.
Right, actually, before we start, guys, we've done this episode a few times, which Lee has rightly pointed out in the chat earlier. I've seen that message, but it's one of these episodes you really don't get bored with, don't you know? It's like you watch this over and over.
Yeah, remember, guys.
Yes,
the
it's
next
like
one's
a
a lodger.
classic Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Say that again.
the next
It's like
episode's a lodger.
classic.
Sorry.
You both start talking again at the same time.
Right, one at a time. Right, who's going first?
The next episode's a lodger, so
Yeah.
this one's much better.
Yeah,
We'll stick to this one.
I do like the lodger though. I do like the
It
lodger.
has good bits.
Yeah.
Except for when he when we see him later on when they have the baby.
It's got Corden in it.
Yeah.
The only thing better would be him dancing in the streets.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm sorry we had to exile this day.
Listen. I know he's a bit of a twat now, but he wasn't at the time when he was doing Doctor Who.
He was a little bit of a twat.
Yeah, but he's not as much of a twat as he is now.
Ask James Horn if he's a twat.
Judge him on his episode. Don't judge him on his twattiness.
I know.
I did. It was awful.
Master of the TDS says, not going to be able to stay, but glad I was able to stop by.
Oh, and also Mega Geeks in the chat. Hi, Ian.
Yeah.
Master
PDF, that's Gothic Therapy, by the way.
Actually, I want to actually
Friends
say
of Gothic Therapy.
Ian as well, because Ian was nice enough to send me a nice little message on Messenger as well to wish me a happy birthday. Also, Sean from the Nerdaholics, I want to mention him. Marie also. There was quite a few people that wished me a happy
Thinking.
birthday on Messenger, but on Twitter, everybody from Lee, you ever do that to me again, though? We're never talking again. You can never show me a Jody on my birthday. Please do not ever do that to me again. But King, there was loads of other people. Listen, I think there was who else was there? There was loads of people. Listen, you know who he's there. I'll try to thank as many of you as I could. But listen, I really appreciate it. And Cheryl's just entered the chat. Says, Mummy posted a video on my channel, Morning Walkies. I also getting new magical play balls. They roll by themselves. And that's from Teddy. Cheryl likes to talk as Teddy. So let's just pretend that's Teddy talking. So Teddy is, yeah. Sorry, Noel, I didn't know it was your birthday. That's grand. I don't really, I mean, yeah. I got balloons on my Twitter accounts for my birthday. That was quite nice, actually. Even though it's all a lot of bullshit, really. But, like, it was nice to see the old balloons this morning, I have to say. And Facebook does something similar as well. Yeah, right. I'm going to shut up now because I want to watch this story. So, is everybody in the chat ready? Please press 1. I did see a couple of ones. Is the panel ready?
Yep.
Ready when you are.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying nothing about me Fortnite. I know I got Fortnite stuff. I'm just saying you got Ted. See that, man? I can't even say that she got Ted presents. And then she says, yeah, but just make sure everybody knows you got your Fortnite stuff.
Right, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yep.
New Rick and Brian Fortnite. New Rick and Morty tonight.
Right, it's Rick and Morty. Yeah, it was Rick and Morty. I got Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Rick, it's on tonight. New series.
I know it is. I know.
I
But
can get into it.
I can watch it on. So yeah. But she's there with our smiley emoji. Yeah. Go on now and watch our Love Island and let us watch decent TV. Right. Are we ready in the chat? Oh no, sorry. Are we ready on the panel?
Ready and waiting.
Yep.
Right. Queen Charlotte.
Yep, so 5, 4,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Mm-hmm.
1, go.
Go.
And we got an old cornfield there.
Yeah.
And I think I have in the wrong fucking earphones because
It would be a birthday stream if something didn't go wrong technically with Noel.
And this is the invisible alien that's running through it.
oh, I think my earphones are finally broke.
Oh.
How am I going to solve this conundrum? I know how I'm going to solve this conundrum. It'd be great if I took the fucking headset out that's in the PlayStation and then my earphones would fucking work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You plugged them in.
No, you fucking twat, no.
Oh, I've done it a few times professionally, mate. Don't
Oh
worry
no,
about it.
so Moffat, I don't care what you say. Bill Nighy's not a doctor.
No,
You
you
know
couldn't,
what, when
you
I
couldn't
saw
do it anyway.
When I saw him, I thought he looked like he's kind of like David Tennant in a way, kind of the glasses and the
Well,
kind
no,
of.
I thought Matt with the bow tie, and that's what Moffat was trying to argue like recently, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, Moffat, be quiet.
Yeah, he couldn't be the doctor. I think he's got too bad arthritis. He couldn't run.
Yeah.
Thank you, PJ, maybe.
Well, there's Donald Trump. Look.
You'll start him. You'll set him off. Don't. Just set off the TDS. You have to get gothic therapy on to calm him down.
When he started to go mad.
Make Doctor Who great again.
I wish someone
You
would.
wish.
Apparently Channel 4 is going to be going corporate soon, fully. Government selling their shares off. Ooh.
I love the way he goes over to him and just.
Well, this is one of the few times having a random bloke come up to you and ask you questions would make sense.
Yeah.
Like when it's other times, you think, why do people entertain the Doctor? Well, it's here, it's like, yeah, he thinks he's just a tourist.
Yeah. We'd make Gallifreyan though, wouldn't he, Nye?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would see him as a Time Lord, but when Moffat
Yeah,
came out with that
Barusa.
stuff, was it last year?
Yeah.
I
He
was
couldn't
just
be.
like,
Yeah, he couldn't be a doctor though
really?
because of his arthritis.
Yeah.
I'm just
He'd
after
constantly
seeing,
have a body double.
I was just seeing the video by Thinking that he did for me and Ted on Twitter. Wow, did you see that, Lee? That's dead. You'll have to retweet that. Do 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 do. Now don't blame me if you all cry.
Yeah.
Even the doctor's scaring cats.
Yeah, it was a TARDIS materialization.
Yeah.
Look at his little bow legs.
Yeah.
To pass a pig through those.
Does strut, doesn't he, Matt?
No, it's not a strut. That would hint that he's got control when he walks. It just like Lee said, he just looks like almost like a puppet.
Yeah.
It's like Troughton, the way
It's
Troughton
rickets. He's got rickets. Bless him.
Charlotte's making excuses for him. That's all.
I will always make excuses for that.
I'm just picking.
I know.
Yeah. I have to say, fair play to the team, the production team that put this together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember watching a Confidential for this, and you could see just how much effort they put in to make it
Yeah.
as close as they could. Because this was one of the non-UK filmings, wasn't it? Where was it?
Somewhere in Italy, wasn't it?
I was going to say I had a feeling they went to Italy.
Yeah.
Well, they went to Croatia for the Vampires of Venice
Yeah.
to film that.
It's south of France or Italy.
I think the reason why one of the reasons this episode sticks is just how they did Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Because it would have been so easy to make him like
Spain, that's right.
it would have been so easy for them to write him as this sort of mad artist who's like away with the fairies almost. And
Yeah.
they show moments of him seeing the world in a different light, but
Yeah.
most of the time he's very like normal, I almost want to say. Like he's not written with the madness, it only really shows at certain moments.
Yeah. Vanessa Law says it's also Croatia.
Oh, Vanessa's, well, no.
Yeah.
she's my other 11 sort of buddy.
Yeah. Must have filmed it back to back with Vampires of Venice. Same block.
Makes sense to use
Yeah.
the money, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That was a dub.
I like the fact that they don't show the body as well.
Yeah.
It's sort of theatre of the mind, isn't it, then?
Yeah.
Were there any murders around that time? I'd like to know.
Probably tons, mate.
I don't know. The monster part of this doesn't work for me. I don't know.
See,
No.
I think it does. I'm one of the minority on that. I understand, like, it is basically a space chicken, but
Yeah.
I think it's the metaphor. And I usually
Yeah.
hate that and stuff, but I think it works. It's the metaphor of having something invisible which creeps up on you and can destroy you, and I think that's a good metaphor for mental health.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I understand. I get what you're talking about now.
Well, depression is usually referred to as the big black dog, isn't it? So it's
Yeah.
kind of in a similar vein.
Yeah, but they're saying some alien is responsible for Van Gogh's
Yeah.
mental problems.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Don't
not
worry,
really, though.
You're not depressed. You're just affected by an alien parasite.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they don't say that. They say he had a mental health issue, but in a way that made him be able to see the creature, almost.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the creature causing the mental health.
Well, no, because like a year later, he, takes his own life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, like Vanessa's like, it's not the creature causing it. That would have been a horrible idea if that's what they are actually trying to say. But they're sort of like, that's how he connects with the Doctor, because they both see the world in a different way.
Yeah. You
And
see,
that-
I think with Van Gogh, I think that because of his condition, it wasn't fully understood
Yeah.
what he was going through. Now, he could have been on the autistic spectrum,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's
Oh,
how
he
he just
could have
didn't
been.
know how to kind of control it.
Yeah.
like look here, he's saying look around, and it's sort of and also if you think about why does the Doctor travel? What's the answer he always gives? Because he wants to see the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they're kindred souls.
Yeah.
And what I love about in this scene, you can see Matt physically trying to look around.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I want to try and almost see the world the way you do.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this in a minute with Matt.
It's big, yeah, because like he picks up what is it, a fucking twit, yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
chair, isn't it?
a chair. That's what it is, yeah.
Hay fork. It's a hay fork. Pitchfork.
I don't-
Sorry, it's a pitch.
That's what Vincent's got.
That is
The
a proper
Doctor gets a
pitchfork.
chair in a minute, yeah.
And he's the only one that can see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And this in a minute is Matt's physical comedy. This is, I think, so
Yeah.
unique to 11. Because
Yeah.
they try it with other Doctors and it never works.
I need this
Modern
back.
ones, anyway.
Yeah. It won't work with it won't work with the current Doctor. She just is comedy.
No, but I'm thinking more to do with Capaldi. Now and again, they do it with Capaldi, and it just didn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
It was so unique to Matt's Doctor.
Can I
He
get
was
a
too
timestamp?
serious. Yeah. 12:50.
Yeah,
12?
50.
12:50.
12:50.
Yeah. Probably 13 now. 13 minutes.
And you can't have the Doctor too serious, or the show
Yeah.
would be totally boring. I mean, you've got to have the kind of character saying something and
Yeah.
reacting differently, and it's funny, it's humorous. We'll laugh at it because that's what can we expect with the Doctor.
Yeah.
And this is a brilliant little cue just to show how much he didn't value his own work.
Yeah.
And it's not said, it's a physical thing that you just see. He's willing to paint over anything, just like, oh, it's rubbish, I'll just use this bit of paint.
Yeah. But also, canvas was expensive then.
Yeah, I love this part coming up now. Watch. See, that's why he worked. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You do need a bit of the comedic
Levity. Mm.
See, I was thinking, I think almost the Doctor, though, has like picked up that trait from humans. Because he's been
Yeah.
around them
Yeah.
for so long, he's seen how humans use comedy and deflect. So it's like something
Yeah.
he's picked up.
You know, it was mostly used in the Tom Baker era because you can see it in a lot of his episodes that whenever he's encountered with the enemy, or a situation, he always kind of try and takes the mickey out of it.
I love he's all attitude here. Yeah. And I love the little throwback again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moffat was good at throwbacks. He was good at throwbacks. They weren't too in
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah. Deadly.
And I can't help but think the fact that it stops on Troughton, that was Moffat almost saying like a bit of a hint towards Matt's inspiration.
And it's like he just kind of throws things away and all that like a child.
Deadly.
He looks even more daft when he runs with that on.
Amy gives him a fry here as well. This part's funny. Yeah, Chris says, who's the force face the machine shows? William Hartnell, not some little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody chipmunk.
Girl falling, a little girl of colour falling over a cliff. Yeah. Trying to get a paint farm flowers.
I know, yeah, she's like,
Oh,
Here's what I want to know: where did they get all those flowers from at short notice?
There must have been a field full of them.
Yeah, they just nicked them.
Yeah.
yeah. They look real, so must have them grow in pre-production.
Tell your friends to pipe down.
tuned out to the local team, it looks like.
Are they playing right outside your window, or?
Yeah, the pitch is right outside. That's what I said. I live in an apartment and I can overlook the pitch. I got to see Manchester City here last year when they did pre-season. Oh, not last year. I think it was the year before when they did pre-season here.
Well, it stops the copyright if any noise comes through, at least.
Yeah. So,
So I can turn my volume up.
And here we go, the whole fixed point in time.
Yeah.
See, this is when I like it when the Doctor gushes. I don't, and this is just a general point. I did sort of get fed up before the current run of the Doctor just sometimes standing there and gushing. At least here, the gushing makes sense because he's saying we could stop him if he dies. That is the most crucial point in creating work.
Yeah.
He used these dark days
Yeah.
to create his best work. And I think the whole point of the ending is Moffat basically trying to say that even if Vincent knew how popular he actually had become,
Yeah.
that he was known as one of the greatest artists of all time, it still wouldn't make a difference. He still would have went down the route that he
I've
went
just
from.
realised something. Moffat can handle mental health, but could do mental health better than Chibnall ever could.
You've only just realised that now.
I've just realised it. I've just seen the comparison compared to that.
Look at this scene, for example, here where Vincent's flipping out now. But the Doctor knew. But look, the Doctor is always knows when to do the right thing. That's why that scene with Jodie Whittaker and Bradley Walsh with the cancer scene. Didn't go down very well, because the Doctor always knows.
I know. I think the difference is there is power in not saying something at a point. It's not that you should always say something, because that's not the message either. It's the fact that you gauge when you need to give people time and then when you need to speak to them. And the Doctor in this episode does both things with Vincent. He gives him his time by himself, but there's other times where he does very much encourage Vincent, and that's what you need to do. Whereas if you do it one way, too much talking or too much leaving to own devices almost, that's the issue, and I think that's what this story's trying to say.
Yeah.
What do you reckon he had? Because these mood swings were up and down. Do you think he was bipolar or something?
I was going to say bipolar makes me think more than what we were thinking before with the mood swings. Because I've listened to some people who have bipolar online talk about it, and they say there's no rhyme or you can literally be having a really good day,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
in a click of a finger, you are in your lowest.
Yeah.
So to me, that makes me think bipolar.
Yeah. Probably, and I know someone like that. uh, yeah.
I had an excellent, if smelly godmother. I love it.
Be linked to high spectrum autism as well.
You could have had multiple things. Like I said, back
Yeah.
in those days, they were just the village madmen, weren't they?
That's it. You
Yeah.
were just
It's just like a prophet or a shaman, that or a guru or something like that. They'd be looked
Yeah.
as that, and
Yeah.
because they can see the world differently.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember, for so long, art was the most snobby field. That if you weren't part of the right family, if you weren't part of the
That's it.
aristocracy, you weren't looked at. And
Bit of
Vincent
an-
wasn't
yeah.
part of any
Was.
of that.
Yeah. It's a bit like acting
Yeah.
dynasties today.
And it's the same with Leonardo da Vinci as well in his day.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked for the best of the best in the artists.
Yeah.
But even he wasn't he was underappreciated as well at the time.
Yeah. He was a
Yeah.
legend. Vinci was an absolute legend. His own master snapped his brushes up because he was better than his master.
Doctor, shut up.
Okay, I know we're winning 3-0, but like, come on, lads, which is our drums. Fuck's sake. We got a super sticker off Kit Bettis 149. I can't actually see what the super sticker is, but
Unicorn.
Oh, it's a unicorn! It's unicorn! Yay! We know Cheryl likes the unicorns. It's a birthday unicorn, he says. Thank you. I appreciate it. Birthday unicorns. Yay.
I remember Rabbi with super chats. It's like, oh no, you can't send me a super chat for some reason. And it turns out at the end because he hadn't switched them on. Oh.
See what? That's a quite intricate piece of prop, isn't it, for one
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah.
Looks like he's going live on YouTube or something.
It's like David Tennant's backpack from the Ghost of London?
Yeah, but that looks a
Army
bit
of
cheap.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
This looks
Yeah.
like it cost a bit of money.
Yeah. Okay, he did it with the headset and Silent of the Daleks.
Yeah.
Samsung.
It's just like in the props department, they can get something and they can put it all together for
Yeah.
next to nothing.
Yeah. Well, he's got to have your Greeblies box for your little tiny bits and pieces in.
And all these sets can be polystyrene, you
Yeah.
never know. And it looks like stone.
Yeah.
Because all that stonework could be just
Yeah.
polystyrene.
Yeah, we got styrene brickwork for our
Yeah.
theatre company. We're always reusing. It's not polystyrene; it's styrene sheet, but
Yeah.
it's molded to like brickwork. It's brilliant. We just staple it to the sets and paint it.
I've seen in a Doctor Who. It was the making of the talons of Wang Chian when they created the big alien thing. The big sculpture and that, and they used a kind of it was like a kind of heat rod or wire or something like that.
You had
and
to slice through it.
sculpt the styrene.
Yeah. You get a rough shape. As long as it's hard, as long as the styrene's hard enough, you can do it. If it's really soft, you can't do anything with it. Just cut a shape into it. But as long as the styrene's hard.
And they also use it to like when they were melting through things like a door or something.
Yeah, there was the first soldering iron. What was it? The Aru, the Doctor Who and the Daleks used a soldering iron to cut through the door, and it was polystyrene. Hate to be the cameraman doing that one. It would have been probably been bloody high by the end of it on polystyrene fumes.
Yeah, it's toxic stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we actually melt polystyrene. You see this black, horrible, sludgy smoke that comes off of it. It's best try not to do it.
So yeah, Vince is no wimp. He's willing to get in there and fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fully. Also, you got to remember in true Doctor Who fashion, they've probably got a fella with a stick saying, here's where the head is. Like, keep your eye line here. For a good chunk of this episode.
He probably stamped on a tennis ball on a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing at the foot stomp.
Yeah, think about what he's saying right now and think about Vincent. It can be applied to Vincent, and that's the cleverness of sorry, this is Curtis, isn't it, writing this one?
Yeah.
It's like, you've been alone for a long time.
He did get some good people writing, actually, Moffat. He got Richard Curtis and Neil Gaiman. Well, Neil Gaiman back then.
Back when Gaiman had,
Yeah, before he
got Netflix money.
Woke it up.
I started playing Diversity Olympics,
Is that the same Richard? What Curtis am I thinking of? Like
Richard Curtis. Yeah, same one.
Okay.
It was such a coup, wasn't it? I can remember when they announced that they had Curtis writing this. It was such a big coup in the press.
Yeah. He used to get someone every season.
I remember there was a disclaimer after this. There was a kind of helpline after it.
Yeah, for mental health. And for once, it actually suited to have that at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Some good wire work on this episode.
I And this is when it makes you feel sorry for a massive space chicken.
Yeah.
This is why I like the God Complex, but I felt it was a bit of a copy of this.
Yeah. That's probably
I
why
liked
didn't
that
like God.
episode, but it felt a bit like this. Just less impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also find, I know some people think Doctor Who shouldn't have historical episodes. I have heard that argument. And I just think, how can you say that after watching this episode?
Yeah.
Like, this episode is the example to why I'll always say this show needs one, at least, a series.
Yeah.
Well, if it's done right, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Because that's the beauty of this show. It can literally bring historical characters back to life for an hour. That's how I've always seen it. And it can either make them more heroic, or it can explore a bit of them that wasn't known. Or like with this, it can visualize something that it would be hard for some people. Like, some people can look at Van Gogh painting and see this, but others don't. And this is a lovely way to almost say, like, this is why the world loves his paintings. This is us trying to show that.
Yeah.
I mean, Davis and the Visitation, they had the doctor responsible for the Great Fire of London.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, before it gets to the scene that's coming up, just very quickly, there's a great little story happening in the world of football, and I know some people on the panel don't like football, but after what happened one of their teammates, this truly will be a remarkable story if it happens. But Denmark are beating Russia 2-0, and they need Belgium to score against Finland to get through to the knockout stages after their teammate nearly died of a heart attack. Died on the pitch, actually, and was brought back to life on the pitch. Those players have been through a lot. If they can get through this final game, they're winning 2-0. All they need now is another team to do them a favour. That's Belgium versus Finland. It's 64 minutes gone on that. If Belgium score, Denmark go through, and it'll be truly a remarkable story, especially after what's happened. So let's hope by the end of the stream they qualify. Oh, I'd love to see it, man.
Yeah, BBC got in a lot of trouble for that, didn't they?
We did, because they were the only station not to turn off the...
They were gawping at it, not cutting,
Of course we were.
Yeah.
But you missed there where the doctor was hugging Vincent, and you could see in his eyes he knows what's going to happen.
No, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad because he knows. This is why he doesn't mind showing them this, because he's not going to change it. He already knew.
Mm-hmm.
He already knew he's not going to change.
Yeah.
Because this is a fixed point in time.
Yeah, it's all about giving Vincent just that moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it's also that's a part of the message as well, almost, that sometimes people just need a moment and they can sort of almost revisit that moment or go back to it. And you can just create so much difference.
Oh my
just realised
God.
I put the music on.
Belgium have scored. Go on to Belgium. Woo! Right, I'm going to shut up now. I'll catch the end of it anyway. It's going to be very exciting. There's always a major tournament on around when my birthday's on anyway. So every 4 or 6 years, 6 years, I always have a tournament. So it does be good, especially if my country goes through. This time,
I love that with the burning on the TARDIS.
Yeah,
Posters burning off.
Yeah, but that's Moffat again and his team. Attention to detail.
yeah.
Cars would burn off, but that's the attention to detail.
Well, I thought he was the bastard.
It wasn't until we met Chibnall.
This is when he kind of realizes.
I'm not going to sit here and be hypocritical, right? Okay.
I never had a problem with Moffat, really.
The thing about it is Moffat did do things wrong. But when he got it right like this, he got it so right. But
bringing back the characters and all the time and stuff after they
I find this the hardest bit of an episode. When the Doctor takes him to the art gallery and, he sees his paintings.
See, for me, it's Amy's reaction at the end. That's what gets me. Once again, it's Karen, like we said last week, with her acting with Rory disappearing.
Yeah.
You can see how heartbroken she is. And it's not a word said. You can just see it in her face. Yeah. And then the Doctor does there's certain speeches with the Doctor that I'll always go back to. And with Matt, it's this one coming up. Because I think it's not everything's going to be brilliant and okay, because that's not real life. And I think Moffat is trying to say that as well. That fiction sometimes is guilty of saying, oh, everything's going to be happy ever after. When in real life, that's not what happens. So it's him, the Doctor, giving almost, I want to be positive, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it moment. That's why I love his speech coming up about life's a pile of good things and bad things.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really emotional, this.
Well, it's the actor. What's his name? I feel bad for who's Vincent. Tony Curran, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus the music.
That's what I mean. That's what he did, though. That's what he did. He turned his pain into all of this.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming him.
Wow. Ah. Oh, wow.
Bill Nye, he's like what?
He does. Oh, well, that'd be deadly, but unfortunately, that's not possible. I love his reaction because it was not Vincent, was it him?
Yeah, he's just trying to work it out, isn't he?
No, it can't be.
See, this is why this bit, what he's saying now, that's what gives Amy hope. But the Doctor knows, like we've all been saying.
Oh, he hugs him again.
Matt's Doctor was very tactile. He liked hugs.
Capaldi's was completely different.
Yeah, he didn't like hugs because he thinks hugs. What was
Do you think that those posters that were all over the TARDIS would have burnt off and it dematerialized. It would have just fallen off. Not burnt off when they got there. Just
Yeah,
thought
but
that.
it looked prettier.
Yeah, I know it looked prettier. That's true.
Damn.
Yeah, no, what's telling is that the doctor doesn't stop her now. The doctor could go, oh, no, Amy, but she needs to know. She needs to see.
Oh, for those days when the doctor was played by someone who could act. Well, I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it again, and I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but it's the fact. Jodie Whittaker and Doctor Who do not go hand in hand. She shouldn't have been given the role. She shouldn't be put in that position because it's beyond our pay grade, and it's as simple as that. And if people
it's like Chibnall just literally found the first person he could find.
If that's the reality.
Oh no, I'm gonna be horrible here. We're doing the speech. Can we just concentrate on the speech?
Okay.
That is very sad.
Don't always soften the bad things. The bad things don't necessarily spoil the good things.
Yeah. The music here is dead, though.
You're welcome, Vanessa.
Yeah.
For Amy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
That's the little change.
For Amy, yeah.
And I think.
Sorry, Charlotte, go ahead.
Yeah, and I would argue, I think seeing her name on that painting is worth more than multiple new paintings.
Yeah.
Ah.
Not the last time you
It
see
did make
Vincent.
me a bit weep a bit.
Yeah. Not the last time we see Vincent, you'll see him again in Pandora opens.
Yeah, but that's a proper cameo, though, isn't it?
Yeah, cameo in Pandora opens.
Yeah, that's when he has his proper freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting closer to the Pandora, and that's when
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that was when Matt proper clicked. I loved him at first, but it was properly the Pandorica two-parter that I was like,
yeah,
we now have a doctor. He's fully here.
Yeah, it's a pity that the whole premise was a lot of bollocks.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that when I get to those two stories, because I still
not to crap on it or anything.
Still to this day, I still have a problem with them because they don't make any sense. And when I explain to you, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But Moffat did something that did not make sense, and when we get to it, as I said, I will explain it to you, and then you will realise that there was no way that what happened in the second episode could have happened. It's just impossible, right? It is.
Yeah, but it's Moffat.
It doesn't matter. No excuse. No excuse. That's when that's when I believe the show started to come to a down. Down. We had a couple of good episodes. We had a good couple of episodes in season 6. That's the season that he split in half. And then when it came back, then we got Let's Kill Hitler. Now, bollocks.
Yeah, that's when it hit them.
Right, his fourth season is brilliant until the end, right?
Yeah.
Which we're coming up to. Then his second season, he has around, I say, 5 solid stories, and the rest are shit. And they are shit, by the way. They're actually bad. And then it gets worse from there. It really does.
Beginning of season 7, I didn't like. The second half
Smith is
season
the one,
great.
in my opinion, Matt Smith is the one that makes some of these episodes bearable. Just like when Peter Capaldi had his era. Stephen Moffat stayed on too long, in my opinion. He did. I think he hit the ground running with his first series, last 2 episodes. The first part was all right. The second part was a complete joke.
Yeah.
And then we got the Impossible Astronaut. Then when it came back, and that whole premise started off well, but then again,
so would you rather have Chibnall for 5 more years or whatever?
No, I wouldn't have
Chibnall. Moffat back.
I just want someone like RTD that understood characters, that understood the sci-fi, that understood how to do the social issues, that understood how to do all these things that we got during his 4 years. Right? We haven't had a showrunner since him in New Who. Moffat had a lot of flaws. I'm not saying RTD was perfect. He certainly wasn't. But compared to the other 2, he's fucking God compared to those 2.
Well, I'm not going to crap on Moffat that much.
By the way. In the chat, no, Vanessa said she's going to fight you, so that'll be fun just to watch.
Yeah. Well, listen, I've always felt this way about Moffat. I think people that have watched me from the beginning will know I'm not a fan of Moffat. Never have.
Oh, we know.
Never. I even said one time if we ever met him in the street, God help him, because that's how angry I was. I'm not that angry person anymore, but I certainly would give him a piece of my mind. I actually think he did a lot of things that left the door open for what came. We blame Chris Chibnall on actually doing it, but him, Neil Gaiman and others, kind of jarred the door open a little bit and left it possible that there could be a chance of the Doctor changing gender. So
him at the end of his career under pressure made it possible.
I don't really care if he was put under pressure. He was the showrunner of one of the biggest shows. The show was a hit the way he was writing it. He should have just fucking stuck by his guns and told BBC no. And then if they threaten him, then he say, okay, sack me then. Right? That's what showrunner should do. Do not ever compromise your integrity, right? For fucking money. Okay?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. I don't care what job you're in.
Never. Done it big time.
Right? And he did. And he fucking did. Right?
Yeah, but I would argue, and Vanessa also said this, he did, I think, Moffat, he did have the door open for a lot of the stuff that came. I'm not going to deny that. But I think he fought tooth and nail for his doctors. He fought for Matt. He fought for Peter.
No, I agree. I would give him that. But still, it doesn't matter if he fought for those. It's look where we are now. Right? Now, most of it now is down to who. But, as I said, if certain things didn't happen within the Stephen Moffat era, we wouldn't be here now. He has to take some of the responsibility. And he was also responsible for getting this clown the job. And I think you remember that as well, that Moffat actually jokes about an interview saying he got him drunk. Right? So he had to get this man drunk for him to take the fucking job. Yeah. Right? That's how disrespectful they were about it. Right?
Yeah.
They didn't even put feelers out there and see if anybody else wanted.
No, you're right. He didn't even train anyone up.
Okay. So, no, I'm sorry. You know what? I would take Moffat over Chibnall any day. That's the thing. Yeah. But if he came back a second time, man, he'd have to get it right this time. I wouldn't be giving him a second time.
I mean, he could have had Joseph Lidster from Sarah Jane Adventures. He could train Joseph up.
Yeah.
He had an opportunity.
Or just really have got Gatiss' arm and sort of twisted it.
Yeah, he could have been his natural successor anyway, but I wouldn't. I don't think I'd really trust him either, because he'd probably do the stuff that Moffat does. Because remember,
with dark comedy, wouldn't it? Yeah.
He's in the pod.
Get Philip Hinchcliffe back. Pay him a shitload of cash and just say, there you go.
Well,
like 85.
I don't care.
But you need something. Something needs to happen. right?
Yeah.
But don't be under no illusion. This rot didn't start with Chibnall. This rot started with Stephen Moffat, and you'll see as his era goes. But why it started, you'll see, man. He's got plot holes galore as well. He's just actually, when I think about it, he's just as bad. Do you know what the difference is? I'll tell you what the difference is. The difference is that Stephen Moffat's writing is so much better than.
The secret is it's not so much that it's better. It's just that he's more able to cover up his plot holes by distracting you with convoluted storylines.
Yeah.
So you forget.
I don't. But no, like I said, I feel like like I said, Moffat. I've got plenty of issues with Moffat, but I do think when it came to characters, because RTD was very good at characters, and that was his. But I think isolated moments of Moffat's run has got just as good character moments as RT, I would argue.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, isolated moments. Like, look at the character moments. I know he didn't write that episode, but he would have had to look over it. He probably did a showrunner sort of skimming of it, and might have done little tweaks. We never know, because Moffat apparently was notorious for tweaking stuff. So he might have done some stuff for this episode. So I think in isolation, if you just don't have all the arc nonsense with Moffat, he can write very good characters. It's when he has to do an arc, it's when he has to have sort of the weight of the whole series, that's when you start to see the issues.
Yeah.
Well, we agree with you, because that's what people said individually when he writes individual episodes, when he did for RTD. Nobody can question them. They were all good, but he did introduce the line, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. When that line was introduced, and I know that's a favourite line for especially new Who fans, right? But for me, that line represents everything that's wrong with showrunners with Doctor Who. They use that line when they can't explain something that they've written themselves, right? Because it's too fucking complicated, and then they come up with the line, it's timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, blah, blah, blah. It means I can't explain what I've written down on paper because I'm a fucking stupid twat and I shouldn't have fucking made it complicated, but I fucking did. So here it is. Here's the explanation.
I don't think he said that.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, whatever you want to fucking call it. No, not acceptable anymore. Not having it. We've had a few years of this shit now, right? I want Doctor Who to go back to being a classic sci-fi fucking show. Right?
Yeah.
It's a sci-fi show. Go back to the sci-fi. I don't give a shit about your politics. I don't give a shit about anything else. Right? Doctor Who is foremost and fucking sci-fi show. They've forgotten that. It gets put into family categories and drama categories and all of this shit. It's a fucking sci-fi program. It should be put in sci-fi fucking category. But you look at Doctor Who now, it's unrecognizable. It's unrecognizable. It's been unrecognizable since it came back. It hasn't been the same show. The reboot, even under RTD, it's Doctor Who. It's a different version. It's a different Doctor Who. But the Chibnall one.
Why now?
But the Chibnall one is completely devoid of any of the characteristics of the classic era or the new Who era. So no, I'm sick and tired of mediocre Who. I'm sick and tired of the social media accounts on Twitter disrespecting and not fucking remembering past cast members that have passed away and the anniversary of their deaths. I'm sick and tired of all of this shit. BBC, you need to wake up, right? The people that you have working on your social media fucking accounts might be hip, right? But they're clueless little brainless planks, right? Not one of them knows the dates or the fucking important dates in fucking Who fucking history, right? People that have passed away, they don't know fuck all, but yet they know Jodie Whittaker's birthday. They talk about the Yaddy post, they talk about fucking the thing and stupid little things like that, but they don't fucking remember the things that mean fucking something to fans. These are an absolute disgrace. We've had enough of it. I've had enough of it, right? I've had enough of this media.
Yeah, they did the same last year with I mean, not just the anniversary, but his birthday.
Yeah.
And it's happened now 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Sick of this mediocre fucking attitude. I'm just sick of the attitude. right, of these people that run these accounts. These are clowns. You shouldn't be running the accounts, right? This is BBC's fault when they replaced the time team with a bunch of 20-year-old twats as well.
Yeah, I heard all about that one from Rabbi.
All you wanted to do was get rid of the old fans. Well, we ain't going fucking anywhere. I can tell you fucking that anyway. But you want to fucking sort yourselves out. Because I guarantee, I don't care now. Series 14, I'm telling you now, if this ends up being bad, I'm telling you, I'm going to go back to the way I was when Series 1 came out. I am going to hammer this fucking series. I'm going to come out against everybody. I don't give a fucking shit. I am done with mediocre Who. Chris Chibnall has to fucking go. And if he doesn't go, this show is finished, right? And I don't want that to happen. And a lot of you don't want that to happen, right? But he has to go. And I've had enough of mediocre fucking Who for the last fucking, 5-6 fucking years. I don't want it anymore, right? I'm done. I want fucking quality fucking TV. I pay a fucking TV license right now. I have to pay my TV license now, so I'm pissed. I'm even more pissed now. So I have to pay for a TV license, right? So we get BBC, right? So I'm paying for that shit. So I want to fucking see something decent. Why do I have to pay for that crap, right? Why should we all have to pay for the crap TV that she's not putting on? Or the crap
We shouldn't have to.
We shouldn't have to. Right? So fucking get you our act together, right? Get you our fingers out, use our back fucking sides and fucking start thinking about fucking things properly.
Right, no, they know it's bad. It's going to be out in a couple of months and they've not even started promoting it yet. They know it's bad.
Yeah.
Did the same with the Christmas special.
Wait until they promote it.
Festive special.
Because I'll be taking the piss out of it. It's taking the piss out of it. They didn't even put her on the annual.
That's not a good sign.
That's not the biggest. If that's not the biggest fucking fuck you to Jodie Whittaker, I don't know what is. It's not even all her fault, right? But she is partly responsible, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for the first time in the history of that annual, fucking they don't put a fucking doctor on the front fucking cover, right? And any little twat out there, and these are twats by the way, any little twat out there that tries to justify this or try to say, well, she's not on the cover, but she's inside every other page. Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a fuck that she's in every single page. What people give a fuck about is the fact that she's not on the fucking cover. And then people
and it's not just the annual, it's the fact that they're doing books and they're not putting her on the cover. Her own books.
Oh,
so
yeah, I did see a couple of books though. One from the twat Susie Day, who had Garrett Roberts cancelled. She finally had her Doctor Who book released. It's for kids. So these toxic pieces of crap are trying to fucking, tell stories to our kids, and God knows what's in those bleeding stories.
Yeah, but isn't that telling that they'll have Jodie on stuff that is clearly for kids? I've noticed this. If it's clearly for kids, they'll put her on the cover. If it's anything below, higher than, to look at it, 6, that's when they don't put her on the cover. Yeah.
Jodie Whittaker not being on the annual is a big deal. Seriously, it's huge. And have you noticed the other side have actually remained quite silent on it? They haven't actually highlighted it themselves because they don't want to. Because they know once they start highlighting it, then questions are going to be asked. Why isn't she on the cover? Well, I'll answer that question for anybody that wants to know. Jodie Whittaker, you put Jodie Whittaker on the cover of anything, it doesn't sell. The reason why it doesn't sell, believe it or not, it's not because the whole of the UK, as you like to say, are sexist, misogynistic pigs. It's the fact that the matter is that a lot of people don't like the woman. It's the bottom line. They don't like the woman. They don't like her acting.
Shit don't sell.
And they have every reason not to like her acting. And in some cases, it's justified that some out there don't like her. And the reason why they don't like her is because she does stylists. You do little interviews with stylists. You do a video and you start slagging fans in the first few weeks that you've taken the job. Well, then you're not going to, endear yourself to those fans. So she did put a lot of foot wrong in the first year, but nobody told her that she was being an idiot. They let her continue to be an idiot, and this is where we are now. And I'm sick of it. I don't want it anymore. Series 13 has to be the end of the Chris Chibnall era. If it's not, I'm going to fight tooth and nail until he's gone, because I'm done. I'm done with mediocre Who. Right, but let's get back to a decent episode that actually was that we watched, Vincent and the Doctor, and we'll get everybody's rating and review. So, guys, everybody in the chat, you could do me a favor and give you a rating for Vincent and the Doctor, and I can see these are all quite lively as well in the chat. Well, I don't know where some of you all stand with Stephen Moffat, but I think I've made my position well. I made it clear when I first came online, but I want to reaffirm that because I don't want people thinking that I've changed my mind about Moffat. I haven't. He still annoys me. He still did things that I believe damaged Doctor Who as well. Because if you look when he took over, the ratings were declining. And there's a reason behind that. And you have to look in between the lines. And it was a lot of the things and the politic that was starting. And I don't care if he was pressured into it. You have to have integrity. These people should say no. What's BBC going to do? Fucking sack him? One of the best writers that they have, they're going to fucking sack him? Do you think fans will put up with that? That's what one of these showrunners need to do. Grow a fucking set of balls.
Yeah.
Actually stand up for these fucking people. Right? But they won't. They won't. But someone has to. Actually, they did, didn't they, for that Superman and Lois? Didn't some woke writer want to change something? And
they fired him.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen. That kind of shit needs to happen more. To send a fucking message out there. No, fuck your politics. Fuck your agenda. This is about Doctor Who. This is what the show is about. It's about a Time Lord that left Gallifrey. He's in this and he travels through space and time and he goes on adventures the odd time and saves planets. That's him, right?
Pretty much.
There's your fucking brief. Now go and fucking write something. And if it's not good enough, you're out the fucking door. Simple as that. Someone needs to be ruthless with these assholes, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's get into a story that was written very well, and we'll get everybody's review. So we'll start with Charlotte first because I know she's going to have to head off shortly. So Charlotte, if you'd like to give your review and what you give it out of 10.
Well, no surprise, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Like I said, I think this episode juggled a lot of things. It's historical. It's got, if you want to say politics, if you want to use that term, but I wouldn't for this episode. But you've got the mental health. You've also got the fallout from Rory, which you forget about. That's in the background with Vincent noticing she's upset and the Doctor basically taking her on this trip to almost make her happy, like cheer her up. So you've got that sort of in the background. You've got, I think, very much, and there's sort of, to go with the mental health, it's such a delicate thing, as we saw with the current run. If you go wrong with this, you really go wrong. So I think they were brave to even do that, to even think, yeah, we're going to do something that has got a very clear link, and we're going to make it historical, and we're going to have that also sci-fi hint with the creature. They could have just not had a creature, and I think the episode honestly would have suffered if it didn't have it, because I think it needed to add that little bit of sci-fi to almost make it not too on the nose to what it was talking about. And once again, Matt and Karen, you just really saw their lovely chemistry, and the Doctor and Amy being a brilliant pair. So 10.
Yeah. Actually, what you just said about the having the alien in it, the alien was a very clever plot device, because people were saying that Vincent was mad, and the fact that the monster was also that nobody else could see the monster added to the fact that these people thought, oh, look at him, he's running around like a crazy man shouting and ranting, but he's actually screaming and ranting at the. So I thought that was very clever. When Doctor Who is clever, as I said, when it's done properly, it's and when Moffat gets it right, it is a 10 out of 10 episode, and I would have to give it the same score as well. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I think it's perfect. It is. It's a perfect Stephen Moffat episode where he gets everything right. It's just a pity he didn't do it on a more regular basis. But we'll get into that again some other fucking time. Thank you, Charlotte. Charlotte, do the channel shout out before you leave, because I know you have to head off shortly.
Yeah, so me and Daniel on Wednesday, because he's got his football on Tuesday, we're doing Line of Duty final, which would be fun. And then we're gonna have a little week off and then get ready for series 2. And I also was it last week, my memory's going, Dan had me on where we actually talked about Amy for a bit and the stuff to do with the annual. So I recently have been on Dan's stream.
Oh, Type 40.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So plug to Dan, who we all love.
Yeah, he sent me birthday wishes as well. Dan's a legend. So yeah, check that out, Type 40. I feature there in the early days as well, actually. Somewhere. They do have them all up anyway. So but check out Type 40. It's a great little podcast. Anything else, Charlie, you want to add before you head off?
No, that's it. And just like Matt said, I think if we ever feel down, just remember that speech. That's what I do. Think about how life's a pile of good things and bad things.
That's it.
Good advice.
Yeah, that is absolutely it. Super Doctor.
I would give this a 10 out of 10. It's a really well plotted episode, and just as Charlotte says, it could have went wrong if they got it wrong. The alien was invisible and only Vincent could see it, which was a good concept, because back then, I mean, it would have upset the space-time continuum if people could see it. It would have kind of changed history. And the fact that Vincent was suffering from some kind of mental illness kind of highlights the story was kind of moving in that kind of way that it would explain it, and the relationship between the Doctor and Vincent, you know, that Vincent being an alien and to the Doctor, and the Doctor being an alien, and them coming together, and the differences, the Doctor trying to see the differences between that, and seeing and trying to understand what Vincent was going through. I thought that was very good as well, and Karen Gillan being interested in all his artwork and all that, and I thought, yeah, that was a quite significant scene. You know, it's like you can travel back in time and you can witness these events, these once in a moment in time events, and Vincent is that, and the Doctor taking him after they've defeated the monster, taking him away to see his paintings in the art gallery in the future, and that, and seeing how everybody's appreciating all his artwork and all that, and him thinking it's all rubbish and all that, and it's like not good and all that, and him channeling all his depression, his suffering, in these frustrations into the artwork, and seeing everybody's appreciating his works, and it's getting too much for him, and the Doctor takes him away, and then it's later on you get the Doctor saying that's after they left him. I mean, that was him going to his death, basically, his suicide. I thought that was very touching in that, and you could see the emotion through Matt Smith and Karen Gillan and all that, and you know that the monster in the church had changed to Amy's name being put onto the flower of sunflowers. I thought that was very touching.
Yeah, it's an incredible story. As someone said, it's that rare moth of fire. Yeah. I mean, when he got it right, he absolutely got it right. I mean, as I said.
Yeah, Stephen Moffat nails it. I mean, he kind of really understands how to kind of write these kind of characters, and it's all time travel and all that, and it's all aliens and all that, and basically Stephen Moffat wants to combine all that together. But the problem with Moffat's writing, I thought that he was trying to overcomplicate himself with all these ideas. I mean, he didn't know well. When he was trying to create an episode, he was trying to process all those ideas, and it just had too many ideas, and these ideas were probably good ideas, and it's the BBC yet again. He's creating a lot of good stuff, and them coming along and saying, we don't like that, we don't like this, and we want you to do this, and we want you to do that. We want you to have these agendas into it, and change your writing and all that. You can really frustrate a head writer. And I mean, the head writer's just there, just to take the money. I mean, it's just like whatever Chris Chibnall's going through with the BBC and that, and how his situation is with them and that, and how his work is perceived as bad. We've got to kind of take that into consideration as well.
Yeah, well, maybe I am being harsh on him, but still, nah.
Yeah.
I still can't forgive what he did as well.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah, what do you want?
You know what I want?
Yeah, well, I've been here before.
It doesn't matter. Just give your score, then. If you don't want to repeat yourself, then you parrot.
Yeah, it's a good story. I think it's a classic New Who story. It's actually quite reminiscent of a lot of classic stories, I think, quite early on, which is nice. I like the dynamic. I like this sort of emotional pull, especially towards the end. I think it's quite sweet. I'm going to say 8.5.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Right. No, I'm not having that. No, I'm serious. 8.5. You taking the piss?
I think that's fair.
No, I don't think that is fair. 8 out of 5. Right. We'll see. 8.5. You have to get me all muddled up. I never. Oh my God. I can't believe that. That's great. PD.
See, my 9s and 10s goes to my sort of Tom Baker's really. So yeah.
No, disgraceful, man. Disgraceful. You couldn't even give it a 9 or an 8.5. You're something else, man.
Doubt.
I know you prefer classic, so that is a fair score from you. Absolutely. And thank you. But I just want to point out, I think he gave it a 10 the last time, so you're being a bit of a hypocrite.
Well, maybe I'm just losing interest in
no. So you're now. See how he insulted.
Well, this is why scores are really sort of dubious, because I mean it depends on your mood on the day.
Right. No, I'm only taking.
It really does. No, it does. It does. I think it does. It does.
Yeah, right. Disaster Area gives it a 9. So there you go. You're not alone. Except you still have the lowest score tonight. I think you just tried to be different. But let's see what Alpha thinks. Alpha.
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think this is a classic from his era. I think that all the actors were very good in this one, especially the guy playing Vincent. I think that I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm sorry if that's not good enough, but
yeah,
that's what I'm going to give this one. I did enjoy it. And
well,
I think
the minimum that you could give it was a 10. So unfortunately, Lee and Alpha Omega will be absent from the next few weeks panels as I'm only messing. No, listen. I just love it. I suppose it resonates, or I give it a 10 because it kind of, I've been through. I know what it's like to be, depressed, and it's not a nice place.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Yeah. So it does kind of, maybe that's why I give it a 10, and that's why, because I think it's beautifully done. And that's the one thing I will give Moffat. It was beautifully done. He did handle it properly. That's how you handle it, Chibnall. If you wanted pointers, maybe you should go back and look at some of their best episodes, because you clearly haven't got a clue yourself, you clown. But yeah, that's how you do it, man. It's an overall good story as well. It's basic, like it is basic, but I mean, there's a lot of important messages in it. And as Charlotte said, that speech, by Matt Smith is a fantastic speech.
Yeah, Matt's, like I said, I like all the performances. Matt's good too. All the subtle stuff he does with his facial expressions.
Yeah.
Very good.
Cam gives it a 9 as well. Okay, let's do the usual round the panel now.
All right, can I give it a score?
Oh yeah, I forgot PD.
Everyone always forgets the quiet one.
Yeah, I thought I already asked you, but there you go. Sorry, I apologize for that.
No worries. Your birthday.
What score do you give it, my friend?
I think I gave it a 7 last time we saw it, but I'm gonna upgrade it to a 9.
Just because you don't want to be the lowest scorer.
No, not that.
Oh, come on.
No, it's because
cynical. Oh.
Get away, Nick. You're just
pandering.
No, I'm going to upgrade it to a 9 for a simple reason. It's much better than Can You Hear Me? Far better than Can You Hear Me?
Okay.
This ain't your birthday.
Fair play.
Yeah.
At least some of us on this panel have sense, and actually have a high IQ. Some of you, unfortunately, I thought you were smart, but to give.
I'm smart.
I'm only messing. No, listen. All joking aside, there's some. Look, I love Loving Monsters, right? And I know that's so I can't talk.
Okay.
Well, even that's better than anything by Chibnall.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I know, I get it. It's better than Chibnall, we get it. But yeah, right, it is better than Chibnall. Actually, I'd rather watch a dog take a shit than watch Chibnall. But,
I'd rather watch the shopping channel than anything.
Yeah.
Seriously, yes, it's for QVC's better.
Or Direct TV, where they show you a new oven that can cook about 20 things at the same time or something.
Okay, this is how much I don't like the current era. I would rather watch 24 hours of football.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm.
Right,
that's saying something.
League doesn't actually, seriously, League does not like futsal for him to say that. But there you go. That's the sad reality that we're in right now. But I want to thank everybody for the scores in the chat. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go around the panel yet again to let everybody do their channel shout-outs and let you know if they're on anybody's channel tonight as well, or if they have any upcoming projects. I will, again, remind people to subscribe to Daniel's channel, because as Charlotte had said, they're doing the Line of Duty reviews, which Daniel seems to be really enjoying. He's got a big match now tomorrow. Won't bring up football again for too long, but Scotland play again tomorrow with a good chance to qualify. One of the best players is actually tested positive for COVID, which has had a negative effect on the English squad, because apparently the fella that plays for Scotland is teammates with two of the English players. So Chidwell and Mason Mount are out of the English squad due to COVID. Now, they're not sick or anything, but it's protocol. So they're going to be missing. Scotland's going to be missing one of the best players in England. They're going to be missing two players. One that he has played and one that he hasn't. So it's not going to really. But interesting. But we're going to do the channel shout outs now. I'm back on Wednesday for the movie stream, as you know. So go and check out the poll. It's on the community section on the YouTube. So when you go into my YouTube channel, another way it says videos and all of that, playlists and all that. Well, beside it, there's a tab, community tab. Go into it. The poll is there. Go and vote for your movie. Last time I checked, Time Machine was way in the lead. It probably still is way in the lead. I haven't checked. I haven't really bothered because I kind of know the Time Machine's gonna win anyway. But great movie. So come and join us for more than likely the Time Machine, and then we'll be back all the other days. So I'm gonna shut up now and hand over to PD Rich, and he will let you know who to subscribe to and what his social medias are and all of that. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to be on Captain Cockney's Spock's channel in about 5 minutes' time after I'm done here, so I've got to shoot straight over there. If you could join us, so that'd be great.
Fantastic. I'll go with you, Lee. Are you also on Cockney Spock's channel tonight?
I might be. For the sake of it. Why not? Yeah.
So there you go. So if you just want to catch PD Rich and Lee again, they'll be over on Captain Cockney Hipster Spock's YouTube channel. Jesus fucking Christ, that's amazing. But there you go. Go and check him out. He's a hipster, as he says. He's a bit of a hippie.
Colonel Mank Kirk.
He's probably a hippie and he wants to get stoned on marijuana. Right. Who else? Right, so we did Lee, that was quick. We did PD Rich, that was quick. Now, Super Doctor.
I've got a YouTube channel under Real Super Doctor, and I've got a Twitter account under Real Super Doctor.
Absolutely fantastic. So
that's just easy.
So the poll hasn't budged, apparently. Well, do us a favor, Chris, because there are quite a few people in here that weren't in when we put the poll up the last time. If you could put the poll in the live chat there now. And guys, anybody can vote, so go in and vote, please. As soon as you see the link in the live chat there, go and vote for your favorite movie or the movie that you would like us all to watch on Wednesday. Right, so who have we got next? We've got Alpha Omega.
Yeah, I believe Chris already posted my links in there. If you want to go see some fascinating stuff about the videos I have and a couple live stuff that I did, check out my YouTube channel and Twitter. And of course, all you guys, I always like to plug you guys stuff because you have a good content. So
that's it. And as Chris said, there's 18 people in here, so go over and vote in the poll. Exactly, go and vote because you could make a difference. There's some good movies there. There's some good movies there, so go and check them out. And,
Trading Places.
Trading Places. The Time Machine. What was the other one?
48 Hours.
48 Hours. And wasn't there one more?
No.
It's only 3.
48 Hours, Trading Places, or the Time Machine. Time Machine is winning right now. Go over and vote. And we'll see what the end result Tuesday. I'll let you know what the result is.
But
it's 9 posts down. Well, hold on. What I'll do is I will actually reshare it now, and it'll be the top.
Can't go wrong with any of them, though.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of them.
They're all good.
Absolutely true as well. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end now because I know a couple of the lads have to head off and do their thing, and I'm going to see if my stomach can handle something because I have to eat something. I'm feeling lightheaded now. Because all I've had is coffee. So yeah. So I'm going to get something into me and see if that helps. But I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. And thank everybody for the super chats as well. I really do appreciate that as well. And thanks for joining me on my birthday. And I hope I didn't make too many of you cry with that episode. But there you go.
Just a little bit.
Next week now you will see Matt Smith try his hand at football.
No.
When he becomes a lodger. Which it is. I do like this episode. It's funny. It is.
Yeah, I like it myself.
A
It's
normal
the fabulous James Corden.
mates. It is. It's and to see him in a pair of shorts like with those scrawny legs that he has, and apparently he was a bit of a footballer, which I didn't know. You wouldn't actually know, but apparently he was a bit of a footballer, and so was James Corden. So it was interesting. So I can't wait for it, and then a few weeks from then I'll be having a big major rant, but we'll wait for that. I'm gonna make sure there's plenty of salad.
I actually like that theme with the football in it because you know how the Doctor's always into sport, the cricket and all that, and I thought that was a really good thing to have in the series.
Right, can you hear the rain?
Oh, was it raining where you at?
Yeah, it's thunderstorming right now.
Wow.
My light's dim for a minute.
Nice.
Send it my way.
That's yeah, exactly. We all want that now, yeah. Roy, listen, thank you again. I really and Ted appreciates it as well. He's right here beside me. He's just have to coming into me. But listen, we appreciate it. We'll see you during the week. Have a great week, folks. Look after yourselves and stay safe. And whatever you have planned for the week, enjoy it, as they say. And we will talk to you soon. So we leave you with some of Leah's fantastic work. Go and check his channels out. And we will see you, as I said, during the week. Everybody on the panel, good night. Thank you for joining me. And
night.
Chat.
Good night.
Good night,
folks.
See ya.
We'll see you soon.
Why not? Just to the end. Just be kind.